gonna talk about jumps and kicks. How we get into jumps and kicks. Yesterday we were supposed to do kicks, but I had a different live. I did a people's choice, and I didn't really get into that. So we're gonna save kicks for the end, but we're gonna do jumps right now. All right. So good morning, good day to you. Let's make things happen. Now, when you guys are jumping, let's say you guys want to jump, right? Right? You want to do some jumps, right? So you get into these jumps. No matter which way you guys jump, cool? No matter which way you guys jump, as we're jumping, the whole thing is there's a technique to it all, cool? Make sure you guys get the skater fit at SK8RFIT. SK, the number 8, RFIT. Gotta set you guys up for this. Again. Alright. You wanna jump. So how do we get into that? So the first thing that I'm doing to get into the air is doing this without my skates. I don't want to jump with my skates. I want to understand how it feels to jump. Woo, that feels solid. That's good. How far can I turn without my skates? Right? Can I get around a lot? So where am I at? So knowing your leverage, one, but also knowing how to twist at the torso to help get you around. If I twist without twisting, how far can I go? And if I twist into it, how much more can I give? Right? So once I have that understood, and also foot placement is important. Placing your foot in the right location. So once I have that understood, next thing is just emulating that on my skates. So I'm not going to just dive into it, obviously. First thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do what are known as jumping jacks. This is the easiest way to jump. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to lift. As I lift, I'm going to slide my feet closer. Check the posture. I'm not leaning back. I'm not leaning forward. I'm sitting and raising. Sitting and raising. As I raise, I scoot. Sit, raise, scoot. Sit, raise, scoot. Now I'm getting a little bit more comfortable jumping on these skates. Sit, raise, scoot. So once I sit, raise, scoot, then I want to go back out. In, out. In, out. And I know I get it. I'm a little different. I've been doing this for a while. Pretty much you're doing jumping jacks. Right? We're getting used to this. So now, as we're doing this on our skates, see that? As we're doing this on our skates, now we get a little bit more confident with launching into the air. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna see how it feels on one skate. So I'm gonna go ahead and set myself up, make sure I'm not falling, leaning. I'm gonna squat, lift, and come back down. But if I've never done this before, I'm gonna come back down in a gallop. I'm gonna collapse back down. Just like this. Cool? I'm gonna come back like that. Come back like that. Go up, come back down. Go up, come back down. Again, because if you land incorrectly, up, you're gonna bust that. You know what I'm saying? So now once I have that, so I got this in. So I got 2 feet. 2 feet is easy. I can go 2 feet. Hey. Go play some ball. Ha. Get that in. Right? But now, because I got this one foot, now what I want to do is I want to start hopping back and forth. Right? And again, this is all about confident build up. We want to just build up this confidence. Now, once we have that built up, then it becomes about a small turn. a turn. So now when I turn, I get this in, right? I turn, get this in. Cool? Now that I have that, the next thing I want to do is lift up. I want to turn. I want to turn. I want to turn. Got me? Just a matter of turns. Boom. Now I got these jumps. I can go both ways, evenly, on either foot, right? I have that understanding. Solid. Cool. So now the next thing I want to do from there is this. I want to start learning how to stagger, step, and lift. From the stagger, step, up. Alright? When we jump on a stagger step situation. Boom, hit, up. Cool. When I jump, I'm going here, up. Alright? Now, when I go there and up, the next thing I want to do is I want to go there, up, and turn. Now, this is the technical part of this. This is the technical part of this. Today I'm trying to hit a 180. Today I'm trying to do a 360 or a 520, whatever it is. Technically, you got to know which way you're going to go, and if you're going to start forward, or if you're going to start backwards, right? You got to know where you want to go. So, let's start forward to back. That's the easiest one to start off. Whichever direction I turn in, I want to have that foot in the back. If I turn to my right foot is in the back. If I turn to my left foot is in the back. I don't want to step with my right and then turn. Now you can do that. That's a corkscrew type of turn. If I step here, corkscrew, right? That's what's going to happen with that. But let's just say you want to just have a clean landing. I just want to land clean, Jay. I just want to step in, come out of it, clean. So that way I can keep going. You want to make sure that that foot in the back is the direction you go in. I teach this like I teach pivots. So whenever you're pivoting, let's just say we're talking about pivoting. So boom, we're pivoting, right? If I'm pivoting, whatever foot is in the back, I go that way. Whatever foot is in the back, I go that way. These are my pivots, right? Whatever foot is in the back, that's the way I'm pivoting. Same thing with jumps. So if I'm pivoting, check this out. That's how I set myself up. I pivot, boom, hit. This foot is in the back, so I'm gonna jump this way, right? But let's just say we want to keep that same rotation. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna make sure that this right foot is in the back. When I pivot, boom, and I hit right here, I'm going to slide this foot back and explode up. Okay? So in real time. Pivot, boom, boom, right? Slide that foot back and in real time explode up. But I got to make sure that that foot is where I need it to be. If that right foot is in the front, then I got to go back the opposite way. Boom, boom, cool? Now, form and technique is really up to you when it comes down to the upper body. But as you guys are doing this, make sure you guys have an idea. Like, you got to practice. This is where routines come into play, choreography. You guys got to practice how you guys want to get into it. Don't just dive into it because you're going to fall and bust you know what. So, that being said, as you're doing this, even with one foot. So again, if I'm going on one foot, more than likely, I'm going to go which way? So if I'm jumping and I'm doing this and I'm turning to my left, where's my weight distributed? Is it on my back leg? Nope. It's on my front leg. The front leg is going to be the spring. The back leg is the assistant. The front leg is the spring. The back leg is the assistant. The back leg is going to help support this jump. I don't really jump off of my flat foot in the back. It's off of my toe. The foot in the front, it springs up and lifts. Now, with that being said, if I'm on one foot, I'm not going to turn this way. If I'm on one foot, I'm not going to turn the direction of the foot that I'm on right now. I can do it, but right now in the beginning, let's practice the opposite way. let's make sure that we turn the direction that the foot is not on. Boom. Right? We want to turn that way. We want to turn. Boom. Right? Then eventually we'll get to where we can jump and get to that point. Right? Very technical, but you guys get what I'm saying. So now, with that, the next thing you guys want to do, let's just say, Jay, well, I do want to jump, but I don't want to have to do no 360s or no 520s. I just want to jump and feel good, right? I want to be skating. I want to be rolling, right? And I just want to do a 180. Right? I just want to do a 180. Like, no matter how I do it, I want to do a 180. I want to, right? I want to feel myself in that format without having to hold a hand. Like, let's just say we snap skating, right? So if you want to do that without having to hold hand, then what you have to practice is this. I take my left leg. If I'm turning to my left, I'm going to wind it up. I'm going to wind it up and then explode up. See that wind? I'm going to wham, explode. So this is right foot. It's still facing the direction I want to go in. So I wind it up to a 90. This 90 helps the momentum so I don't have to turn too hard with my body. So I just use my leg. Boom. That gets me to that 180. That leg. Boom. 180. You see what I did? That leg. Boom. 180. So now with that 180, I can play with it. Drop down, come back up. Do whatever I want to do, but you got to understand that whatever leg I'm jumping on, I'm turning the opposite direction. Got me? Alright? One leg. Cool? So that's what's happening with that. So keep that in mind, okay? Now, jumps. That's in the motion of going, right? Just going forward. I'm jumping. I got the stack step. I'm being forward. Let's talk about corkscrews. So if I'm gonna jump in my corkscrew, I'm gonna start off like this. And where I'm landing at, it's probably gonna be on that foot in the back. For me, I don't land on that foot in the front. I don't hit and land on that foot in the front. Unless I'm doing some cool move, right? So I'm here, I'm like, wait, that wasn't cool. That was not cool, Jay. I'm here, and I'm switching out like that, right? Gotta be switching out like that, then that's fine, right? But more than likely, if I'm corkscrewing, this foot that's in the back is a foot that I'm gonna land on, right? So if I hit, I want to land on that foot, but what I'm going to do with the other foot is make it land kind of close to that other foot, right? So if I'm landing on my right, the left is going to be low too. Cool? That's coordination. Land on that right. Then I want to make sure that I kind of time them right, where they both land almost at the same time. It looks better, right? So we just want that look. Now, what's gonna happen is, let's just say, hey, Jay, I get it. When you get back, boom, right? Sometimes, and then based off of what you do, right? How you do it. I like my corkscrew starting from behind. I like to go backwards into my corkscrew. I like to hit, boom, and then I like to jump. That's what I like to do. When I go forward, I switch out. If I go with my right, I want to land with my left. All right? Without the corkscrew, right? So if it's just a straight jump and I want to make it clean, I don't want to go here because that throws me off. What I want to do is I want to go and stop with my left so that way I catch myself. It's a momentum thing. So I jump with my right, boom, stop with my left. All right? I catch myself. I don't want to keep going. Cool? So when you're doing it backwards, it's a prep. Backwards, you probably can jump a lot more even when you skate, when you turn backwards. You can jump a lot more even versus staggered. All right? That is a different kind of prep. But you gotta make sure that your momentum is going the way you want it to go. Turn backwards, boom, boom, boom. Like I can land more even. And also with that more even land, I can do more of a spin because I'm jumping off of both feet now. Now I have a higher lift. So if and again, I'm going backwards for a higher lift, right? So if I'm hitting, boom, 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 I turn, hit, boom, I lunge, boom, a higher lift, right? That gets me to that point. Again, a boom with both feet. If I'm going off of one foot, I don't have as much of as high as a lift. Make sense? So that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm going backwards, both feet. I can stagger. I can go backwards and stagger and open up. Right? I can do that. And that's stylish. Right? I can boom, on my foot. Go backwards. Boom. Hit. Boom. Hit. Hit. See that? That's stylish. You can do that, but it's based off of what you want to do. Again, I use 2 feet going backwards for a higher launching pad. Cool? Alright. So that's jumping one-on-one. Let me answer these jump questions. Yeah, similar to ice skating. Yeah. Let me answer these one-on-one questions before I get to these kicks. These kicks are gonna be different. These kicks, they gonna be different. All right, what we got? What we got? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Babe, basketball on roller skates. We lit. Hey, yo, I did it before. It's a lot of traveling. A lot of traveling with basketballs on roller skates. What park is that? This is Mary Sanders Park. Mary Sanders Park. It's in West Park in Florida. By Fort Lauderdale. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly. Also, what I do with my arms, I use my arms. How do you go live and teach? Every day right now between 9 and 9:30. I'm usually on live. That's gonna be until the 9th. All right, Brown Beauty. It's gonna be until the 9th. But I'm gonna show you fair. I'm gonna show you what I do with my my arms. What wheels are you running? So the wheels, they differ. The wheels just depend. They depend on what I'm doing. Right now, these wheels, I shouldn't even be out here with these wheels. These are 60. These are 57 millimeter and 101 A's. That's a very, very hard wheel. With hard wheels, when you land on hard grounds like this, they can get a flat, not necessarily chip, but they can get a flat. I don't really want a flat, but at this point, I'm just doing what I need to do. These feel comfortable, right? But also, I had these wheels shaved down from a 57 down to a 50 millimeter, a smaller wheel, just so that way I can play with a little bit more, right? The smaller the wheel, the more confidence I have with jumps. So what I do with my arms is I use my arms as momentum, right? I use my arms as momentum. So if I explode up without my arms, I'm here. If I use my arms to explode up, I'm there. Arms are momentum. They cause me to give a different effect, right? So let's just say we jump in 180s, right? 180s, right? But now if I use my arms, I got to time it differently, right? Because I'm so high, right? So now with that timing and that height, it gives me a little bit more leverage to get around a lot more. So I raise my arms, that's one. I also do like I do with spins. I take my arms here, and I go up. See my arms, I take them here, and I go up. Same thing, take it here, go up. Right? That's what my arms are doing. You don't need them, but it definitely helps. It looks dope without them too. Like, Jay, get it. All right, son, watch this. Boom, boom. right? You don't need your arms, but they help tremendously. Cool? So that's your arms. That's your arms. Morning, too. Sup. All right, so now, I used to be nervous of falling. Yes, I get nervous when I go too fast. So if I'm going too fast, then I'll be nervous to fall. And I'll put on my skates on at AM. I need to learn. Got you. So check this out. The faster I go, the scarier it is. The faster I go, the more precise I have to be. The faster you move, you have to be as accurate as possible with these landings. Don't play yourself. If I'm going slow, watch this. I'm not gonna land a full 360. I'm gonna land like almost not a 270, whatever that's in between that 360, maybe a 300. Right, so if I'm going and I'm landing here, I'm not gonna fall because of the fact that I'm not going that fast. But if I'm going super fast, I better not land like that. I better not overshoot it too much, because what's gonna happen is once that overshot happens, the momentum is carrying that way. My wheels, they're gonna go this way. All right, I'm gonna go down. So yes, there's a fear factor, but obviously what I did in the beginning of this live, I showed you guys some warm-ups where you guys get into these right here. And I'm not jumping up and coming down. I'm sliding my foot out. I'm squatting and coming to here. My feet are just sliding out. I'm squatting here, right? Because my feet go out, it looks like I'm dropping back down. But honestly, I'm here and I just slide them out. Cool? But I do drop because I start here and I end here. Cool? I start here, end here. Got it? This builds up my confidence. I'm not heavy off the ground. I can play with this. Woo, woo, woo. Get that confidence, right? Try to make sure you understand how your feet should be placed. I don't want to slide back and forth with my feet out like this. Like, because I'm going to go into a split. I want to make sure that my feet, in this case, my feet are going to be slightly pigeon-toed to stop my momentum and then bring it in. But that's heavy. I went heavy right there, but it's slightly. Or straight. Pigeon-toe or straight. Boom. Right here, they're slightly pigeon-toed now where I landed. All right, when I bring it back in, they're straight. You got to get coordinated with your feet. Y'all been with y'all feet for a little bit over 10 years? How long y'all been with y'all feet? A little over 10, 12 years? Now I'm gonna be safe. Thank you. I mean, if you've been with your feet for that long, you gotta trust your feet a little bit. Trust your feet just a little bit to hold you up. Cool? Alright, so now that leads me to like when I do dances like this, ooh, I'm almost feeling full. When I hit, I'm like, oh shoot. Hit, boom, 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 ba. These are similar to these jumping and understanding where my foot is placed. Like you can't do that on skates and your feet ain't placed right. I think I'm the only one on skates right now doing that. All right, that leg work. So your feet have to be placed correctly. Right? So anyway, that's jumping. That's jumping 101 through 306 or 309, 305. I don't even know the area code here. I've been living here for 7 years. 305. All right. Let's talk about kicks. What do we do with these? What do we do with those? How do we make those happen? Right? I owed you guys this from yesterday. Now, let's just say, Jay, I'm not into kicks. All right, no worries. There's several different types of kicks. This is a kick. Right? That's a kick. Right? That's a stylish kick. Right? Right? That's a stylish kick. You guys can roundhouse. That's a kick. Right? That's a setup. You set yourself up for a drop. I do that all the time. I be like, boom, boom. Trick, get off. Right? Get up, get in. Right? Front roundhouse. Boom, pa. Right? Whatever's fire to you, man. Whatever you want to do. So let's talk about kicks. Kicks, they're about flexibility, and they are about what you're doing with this leg that's on the ground. I'm left-handed. I kick with my left foot. I know that already. Because of that, I split with my left in front. I know that already. You have to know. I can go to the right, but it doesn't feel good, and I feel insecure because I'm stabilizing myself on this left. So for me to make sense of this, I need to know how it feels to be on my stable foot, which is my right foot, because I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed and you're right-footed, your stable foot is your left foot. Sorry to break it to you. Now, that's if you're an athlete, right? We do have unicorns out there who are normally used to, like if you play ball, if you ever play ball, right? And you do a right-handed layup, more than likely you should be jumping, if you're taught how to jump, you should be taught how to jump off your left. We have those inverted layups, right? We go off the right with the right, and that's fine, right? But it's really based off of you and how you came up, your upbringing. But more than likely, most of us who play kickball, we're gonna use that power foot, which is, if I'm right-handed, it's gonna be my right foot. So I'm gonna be on my left, balancing. That's my stable foot. So now that I understand that this is my stable foot, I wanna kick better. So what I'm gonna do is, how I'm gonna condition kicking is this. I'm gonna go raise my knee up, I'm gonna go out, and then come back in. I'm gonna raise my knee up, go out, back in. Up, out, back in. All right, that's step one. Step two is to go forward. Up, forward. Now, forward is very, very different. Let me turn to the side so you can see my posture, how it changes. When I go forward, I crunch. All right, I do that Omarion. Right? Right? You're hitting that right there. Because I want to make sure that if I fall back, I want to make sure I don't fall back, for one. Right? So I want to make sure when I hit, my weight is over this foot, this toe. That's where my weight is going to be at. Now, it's not going to be on the toe. It's going to be on the balls of my feet, but I'm going to be over that toe. Cool? All right, so now, once I hit that, I get this, I get this, I get this, I get this, right? I get this back kick, right? This cross kick. Okay, Jay, we got it. We got these kicks. So now I'm confident. I'm stable. Oh, my bad. I'm stable, right? So now we stable. We find our stability. So now that we got our stability, now we got to add a little bit of movement to that, okay? So remember this right here. If I'm doing a side kick, I want to see if I can pivot on my right foot. Yes. If I can pivot on my left. Yes. Where do I make that side kick at? I make that side kick when my feet are pigeon-toed. Right? Pigeon-toed. I'm here. I say I hear. I've been listening to my daughter talk all the time too much. So I'm pigeon-toed, and I pivot toe. Right? I pivot on my heel. Drag that toe out. Cool. So when I'm hit, I want to make sure I land pigeon-toed. Raise that knee. Pivot on that heel. Whoo! Y'all better work. Y'all better ha. Y'all better work. You see what I did there? So now I have a clear understanding. So I got that kick, Jay. I got that whatever you guys are gonna do, right? Give me that kick. Cool. I got that kick. So that's solid, right? So now how do I get this other kick? How around, how boom, get that kick, right? If I'm gonna do that kick, first thing I gotta do is I gotta know, make sure I'm strong enough. Oh, my sleeves fell off. That's what happened. My sleeves fell off. I hit a push up and it was like, shh. No, that's not what happened. All right, what we talking about? Somebody said something. Oh, you a lefty too? Let's go, Jennifer. Let's go. Yeah. All right, so now look, check this out. I want to practice this. I want to go up, forward. I'm going to go up, back, sideways, forward. I want to understand that form. I'm going to go here, forward. Right? Obviously, when you kick your leg up, from the side, because what's going to happen with this right foot is actually going to pivot. It's going to follow a pivot. So I'm going to kick sideways, so I'm going forward. But remind you, I just came out of a turn. Boom. So I'm here. To give you that effect of the kick, I want to stop right here so I can kick forward like this, and then let my leg whip me back around. Kick forward, boom, and I whip back around. Right? That's just what's it called? It is, I almost said, what's the word? Not cadence. It's something where you gotta, I'll remember it later on. All right, so anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyways, you gotta know where you're at. All right? You gotta know where you're at. Okay? So when you know where you're at, and you make that kick, that's what I want to do. Because I don't want to do this. I want to be like this, ha. And y'all like, okay, I seen the kick, but it just looked like you raise your leg to your front. It don't look as good. It's not as aesthetically pleasing, right? So even if I did it to the side right here, it's cool, right? But this is just so much better. It's just like, oh, he kicked, oh, and he's turning back, oh. Who's that? Who's that man? Who's that? I know it's lady, but you guys get what I'm saying. Who's that man? Who's that man? So when I hit that kick, the next thing, all right, so I got it. I got a clear understanding. Bye-bye. 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 Same thing going back around. Wata. Oh, water. Water. That's what we're saying. Water. Keep that in mind. Wata. Right? Wata. Raise it up. Raise it up. Kick it around. Boom. All right. So now, all I'm doing is, with my hand, this is all an illusion. I'm not really kicking this high. I'm squatting my hand and I'm squatting my body. I'm doing this to give that illusion. All right. So I'm really like kicking this high. But, you know, it's like this high, but at the same time, I'm squatting into it. So it makes it good. Gives it a better effect, right? Versus me doing this, like, aha, right? I gotta do this crunch, all right? Don't give anybody my secrets. I'm live in front of people across the world telling you not to give nobody my secrets. Okay, so that's that kick. Now, there's another kick, what you guys do, right? You raise this leg, remember those jumps we did? We raise this leg, and we land on this opposite leg. We raise it and land on it. Cool? So when I raise, right? So when I raise, cool? Guys, you can have so much fun with this stuff. It's really your world. You just gotta be creative and just be like, okay, I'm gonna just bring what I had, you know, learned in karate class and bring to this game. All right, 32. Hey, so I'm 38. I'm 38. I know it's because of the backwards hat I don't look it, right? But I'm damn near 40. I'm like knocking on the door of 40. I'm like 40. Let me in. But I've been conditioned for this. So I'm not saying that it's easier or you guys don't have an excuse. I'm just saying that you guys can still do it. All right, do you think you can make a video about maintaining a spin? I have a few videos for spin maintaining, but I can look into that. I can do another one. It's always nice to re-up, do some more work. All right, I'm sorry I missed the beginning of this. No worries, it's gonna be recorded. All right, it's recorded, it's gonna be saved on YouTube. If you guys don't know, go follow my YouTube. You guys can see this whole thing again. All right, I think there was another question. Wow, you look, I know, I feel like I'm in my 20s. I look like I'm in my 20s. I feel good, man. 20-year-old boy. Woo. That's another form of jumping too. That's another form of jumping. But I'm not gonna lie though, my knees are like, yo, son, you're not 20, my dude. Like it reminds me every single time I get done skating. But it's all good though. I just need to go get some shots or something. Shot. No, I'm just joking. I'm not doing shots. All right. So anyways, look, this is what we're gonna do. So I've never done a combination yet with these kicks and these turns. But we're gonna create a combination right now. We're gonna create a combination right now, and then after that I'm out, right? Let me see. If I jump, boom, stop, and I kick. Nah, that's gonna make me fall. What if I do a half jump? So if a half jump, boom, hit. If I jump backwards, and open up into the kick, I think that's how I have to do it. I think I gotta jump from the backside and open up into the kick. I think that's what I gotta do. And over here, boom, jump, hit, That still looks sloppy though. I don't like it. What if I did half turn? Like this. I don't like that. I think I gotta do it on one foot. It's gotta be a switch. I think I gotta switch, hit. It's not enough. I think so. I gotta add a spin to it. I'm not coordinated enough yet for that. So I gotta turn. Boom. Like I gotta make a 180 backwards, right? Boom. Hit. That's what it has to be. It has to be 360 backwards with another rotation. Okay. So that's good. That's it right there. That's it. That's the move. 360 to a rotational kick. Woo, that's fire. I'm okay with that. It's scary as heck. I think I'm okay with that. If I jump full, now that's even scarier because I think I'll fall and bust myself. Ooh. Let's try with the back jump. Whoa. We're gonna pause on that one, man. We're not even gonna get into that one too heavy. We gonna call it, man. So look, that's it, yo. That's it. We are done. This is really good. It helped me with my quads and my ice skating. Really appreciate it. Absolutely, Angel. That's what we're here to do. We're here to make things easy, get you guys right. Again, I'm doing this until the night. What we talking about? What's on Amazon? Chicago's. All the skates that I used to skate in when I first got started were in Chicago's. Flimsy, really, really loose, right? Those skates would last me about, when I skated really, really hard, they last me about 6 months before the seams start ripping and I start coming out of them. And then I had to replace them again and again. But that's because I was a kid. It wasn't like we could afford, it was like 6 of us. So I was used to that. I dealt with that all the way until I was 30, I want to say 31. And then I got some skates that were actually leather. I was like, oh, okay, these are nice, right? They still was tight. They was cutting up my ankles, things like that, so I had to wear high socks. And then when I got a hold of WIFA, these WIFA brands, right, I have some gray ones that look just like these right here, right? But all around. Those were really, really tight on my ankles too. The leather was, but they were real leather, and they're still holding up to like this day. The only issue I'm having with those is I bought my plate too small, so I'm burning the front part of the boot. I'm burning this part, and that's causing the boot to create a hole. It's not there yet, but that's what's formulating, right? So if you guys want to get some boots, it's okay. Get whatever you want. Get the Chicago's. But the thing about that is that's going to, it's not going to last as long as you want it to, but it's something good to get you going. They have, all depending on your size of shoe, they have aluminum plates too. Aluminum plates are good. They're light, so they're lighter than the hard metal, but they'll work out for you too. You just gotta, as you get better, or you start to get a little bit more, brave to do things, you're gonna want to change out your skates. And whenever I wore Chicago's, I did this. This is for style now. This ain't even necessarily like the wrapping of the lace. That's for style now. But in my Chicago's, that was to keep my boot on. All right, so keep that in mind. That's the difference. So if you guys get skates, that's fine. Chicago's are fine. Whatever you guys want to do. And they are on Amazon, so thanks for that, X. All right, let's see what else we got. Rydell's are cool. Rydell's are cool. I was trying to be sponsored by Rydell. I typed into them and said, man, sponsor me. There's like, you gotta reach out to. So I reached out to, and nothing. So I reached out to him again, and then nothing. Right? But that's neither here nor there. Either way, I still rock with Rydell. Rydell's cool. Weefa. There's a lot of skate brands that's out there right now that's killing the game, right? Harlick in California, check them out. I'm gonna get a pair from them too. They're solid though. They take really good care of your boot. Make sure that you got the straight with them. But man, I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. All right, so look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna fall on my face, but I like to, when I do one flip, I like to do multiple flips, just so that way I can make sure it wasn't a fluke. So I'm gonna do some flips. Fingers crossed, I don't fall on my face. But there's several flips that you guys can do. We can do one hand, we can do cartwheels, rotations, not flips. Let's just call them rotations, right? Is that on my list? Flips? I don't know. That might be on my list. Might not. Cartwheels. Cartwheels, right? We got cartwheels. We got round offs. Ooh. It's been a while since I did a round off. You gotta push. When you hit that round off, you gotta push up. Get off the ground. Just like that. Front flips. It wasn't a fluke, baby. Woo! It wasn't a fluke. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I gotta go see my family. We gonna be solid. Oh, we got some more questions before I get off. If you guys skate on inlines, you guys can do a lot of stuff on inlines too. Keep that in mind. All right, cool. Hockey converts. What do you mean hockey converts? I don't know what hockey converts are. Look, I'm gonna be transparent. I don't know what I think about them because I don't know what they are. But I'm sure they are solid. Oh, rink or street skating? Street skating, I have so much more control than at the rink because the rink is usually slicker than outdoors. But I love them both. I grew up in the rink, so I would prefer the rink. You know, as far as music goes, as far as feeling that music, unless I have headphones in. And then changing hockey skates to quads. You can do it. I used to put tennis shoes. Like anything that I felt was comfortable, it's a simple zit, 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 zit. Put them on the plate, line it up with the plate. I used to do that. Whatever I was comfortable with, right? And that's after, like, when I turned 30 and I started getting away from Chicago's, like, that's what I started doing for more stability. And then sometimes my dad, he'll put a heel on the back of a regular shoe just to kind of give that same effect. It worked out. But yeah, no, convert. That's fine. Conversions are fine. So, with that being said, I don't want to hold you too long on YouTube. I know you guys are going to be checking this out. Appreciate you guys tapping in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Be straight.